Hey everybody, Cam Capital here with a video on Tesla. Today is Monday, May 10th. Tesla, pretty big red day, down 6.4%, closed at 629.04. I talked about Tesla in my weekend video. I'll link that. It's pretty longer, but you can skip to the ticker that you want on there. Tesla, I talked about NIO, XPEV. We'll probably look at those daily charts at the end of this video, as XPEV was a play for me today on the short side. But you see here, daily wise, Tesla. We've been kind of bouncing around in this triangle. These two long wicks don't count, but so we had 1, 2, 3 touches up on the top side, and then on the earnings day, 426, Tesla beat on a lot of its fundamental or Wall Street expectations. The only one they didn't really hit was sales growth, which was 77%, which is pretty ridiculous for its market cap size or size of the company. It hit 70% anyway, still great. But you call it a spinning top, gap down, so that usually signifies the direction we're going to keep going. We got the big bounce on the 30th, couldn't recapture the moving average, and then we got the inside bar play, sends us down. A couple hammers last week, couldn't find support, still couldn't cross the 90 EMAs, and then Tesla today gap down a little bit, and then was just a sell-off basically the entire day. We go look at the 5-minute chart real quick. You see, a typical type, especially pre-market, if you can't reclaim the 200 and the 200 EMA is the top, and you're basically in order, you look for a sell-off on the open, and that's what happened. Didn't even get a test of the 9 off the open. We got this one bounce, basically an hour into the day, entry here, the hammer acting as support. So you could have got about a 1% trade there. I wasn't watching Tesla at the time, but sells off farther, and then prior support acts as resistance. We move all the way down. See here, after hours got all the way down to 625.64. So Tesla could be continuing to sell off here. We haven't been down to this level in about a month. Back at the end of March when we were down in this area. But like I mentioned the weekend video, right? So probably look to fill this triangle, see if this area will act as support. So the bottom side of the triangle, filled all the way 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, respected it back here at the beginning of March. So look to see if this area will provide another bounce for Tesla. You see we also do have this standard D level on the daily side of things as well, corresponding with that. And then if we look at volume wise, out here you see below basically where this yellow bar is, below 620, volumes drop. So if we break 620, could see quite a bit more downside. Then we'll probably look for 591, the lows of this hammer, as support. On the news side of things, right, so Tesla did have a lot of news this weekend. Elon on SNL. News came out about the crash in Texas. So let me bring those up so you can just see them here. So Tesla first said tells regulators Elon's tweets don't match engineering reality of self-driving tech. Some other things, see strong Q2 electric vehicle demand amid growing competition. Lucid and others put out commercials when Elon had his thing on SNL, and then I think this one here talking about Workhorse. So Workhorse had earnings, missed everything. Obviously, they're going to miss everything when the whole hype on the company was them to get the USPS contract, which they didn't get, and so now they're down here, at 820, so down 14% today. Saying that's pulling everything down. I don't think they really compare to a Tesla NIO or Xpeng or Li. In my eyes, they don't have like a passenger vehicle, at least 4-wheel, in the future. And then here we finally get up to the NTSB, so National Transportation Safety Board preliminary report on accident raises doubt autopilot was fully on. And then here, if we go up a little bit farther, or where was that down here? So they saw footage that actually showed that the owner was in the driver's seat. There's different speculation in the media, and they say that the auto steer wasn't available when the crash happened. So this kind of backs up Elon and Tesla's position that the auto drive self-driving feature was not a fault in the accident, but still negative side of the news. I see here on the weekly thing, it's just showing us we're at the bottom of that triangle. So look at NIO. So NIO sold off as well. We'll go back to the daily. So here, so we go to the NIO side of things. So NIO actually sold down through this triangle So I had NIO in the prior video as well. So sold down through the triangle, but we could find support off this 50% fib. So we got this hammer at 34 low, another 34.06, close the day at 34.3. So look to see now if 34 holds. I'm going to delete this right now. So we want to see if $34 will hold. Let's see if NIO's selling off after hours too. Yep, so NIO sold off right to this $34 area. So look to see if they can find some buyers there here after hours. So things could get pretty ugly here for the EVs with more downside. Looks like it could be coming. Here NIO now below all of its EMAs. So at some point, if RSI gets low, you look to see a regression, but who knows when that'll come. And here below $34 on the daily side of things, another significant drop in volume. So if we can't hold 34, you're going to look for this pin bar, pin hammer down at 31.92. So another $2 drop as near support. See that little blip in volume, and then after that, we could be down to the mid upper 20s, $27, $28 area for NIO. And then XPEV. So XPEV I talked about in that video as well, but we're looking for if the low of Friday broke, so 26.41, going to be looking to take out first level 25.77 and then 25.27, and that both happen. If we go to the 5-minute chart, you'll see pretty similar to Tesla in regards of the moving averages pre-market, right? So you see these in order. You look for the 200 to fail. We got that basically in the first candle. No real retest, but we did get a bigger bounce. Classic hammer entry to go long off of, right? So you're risking 25.02. So here if you're risking 25 cents, each side's in appropriately to your risk amount per trade. And bars came in, now held the 25.02 level, so I could probably move this 25.27 level down to the 25.02, and that will be the area that I will be watching for tomorrow. That's another short entry in here. Got the test all the way back to 200, failed at 200. Could have been another downside move. I should have got in at this area to add into the short position. So that's what I'm seeing with EV stocks. I think they could be hurting. I saw a news article too that the Biden administration is going to look at meeting with auto manufacturers and discussing the semiconductor chip shortage. So we'll have to see what comes out of that. It could be future supply chain issues as well. So that's what I got for you guys on Tesla, NIO, and XPEV. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Where do you think we're headed? And what are the plays that you were looking at for these companies and others? As always, appreciate you watching the videos, and we'll see you in the next